Hi everyone, it's the 22nd of October. Now, this is the weekend video. ES came down really hard on Friday and it's now touching this green support one more time. There is this golden bottom band and there is this red support. So it's sitting at this potential triple support one more time. So this was the first bottom out and this is now the second on that level. Is it going to hold? Things are looking very bad in Israel, Gaza. So there's tensions rising. Hezbollah and Iran may be intervening. Everything is really looking bad over there. There is no peace, not even talk of peace. So things may turn extremely ugly very, very quickly. So is that why the stocks are coming down? I don't think so, at least not yet. But gold is doing so because of that, which I'll cover in a few minutes. So ES and the bulls still have a chance here, but NASDAQ and Russell, they are looking quite bad, which I'll cover also in a few seconds. So this is the SPX cash. The green bottom band together with this golden support zone, they are still the last hope, and of course that red bottom band. So it could come all the way to 4,170, 150. That will be the ultimate support. Actually, the green bottom band is over that 150. The green bottom band is around 160. So is it going to come to that level and bounce to rally up to break this blue resistance? That is a big question. And I can also argue that the blue plus green plus golden, that level would be around 4,165, 64. So is it going to touch that level and then we see a huge bounce? That can happen, really. So that 4,165 is going to be on 25th of October, which is going to be on, well, 23 to Wednesday. So is it going to come all the way here, bounce a little bit, touch that major double support and then rally? That is the big question. Dow Jones is coming down, selling off big time since the break of this purple wedge. You can see here, this is a huge fall from 34,100, almost 1,000 points. It's back at that green support, blue support, the black support, and so. The green channel is a bull flag potential, but we have no action to break it to the upside. NASDAQ is the worst because this blue uptrend from the lows of October last year is now broken to the downside. This is a huge alarm for the bulls, and especially if this purple support breaks as well, first, second, and third. It looks like it is going to break, and the last man standing would be this red bottom band. Is it going to get there and bounce? That is going to be a big question. Russell obviously had looked always very weak. It is now at this red and blue potential double support right there. So this was daily. I'm going to switch to the 4-hourly. Right there, it's coming to that red and blue. It's already at the blue and red, actually. It's already there. So is it going to test and run? I may argue that the blue bottom band has a little bit more downside. So the level for that would be around 1683, around there, which would coincide with the red bottom band. I'm going to remove the red top band, but the red bottom band would be a potential support together with the blue. On the other hand, if we look at the daily again, okay, this purple support, the resistance that was broken and back tested here, another one here and another one there. So first 3 touches, the two back tests, the last 2 back tests were in 2022. So is it going to come down here and bounce again? You can see the top band there. So here, this giant, this obviously looks like a sideways action which started here. So if this turns into a bear flag, Normally bear flag would be looking like this, so comes down, bear flag and down. This is kind of a sideways action. It is still a bear flag potential. So if it comes down and breaks that purple bottom band, then it's game over really. So the Russell, the first leg here, the second leg there, and now if it breaks it to the downside, the purple bottom band is around 1620, 1615. So if and when it gets there, we will have to reevaluate things. Is it going to break it? Is it going to bounce and rally? The ideal scenario here for bulls like me is that this red bottom band together with the blue, they hold, rallies, gets to the blue top band and breaks it to the upside. And that would of course be in line with the ES almost, coming to our support level. Dow Jones is testing some supports, but NASDAQ and Russell, they will have to agree with that bullish scenario. The FTSE is also selling off, no surprise, and the green bottom band is a potential support. It's also a sideways support. You can see here, right there, the level for that is going to be around 7,385. We'll see if and when it gets there. DAX obviously is back at the red bottom band, right there. It's also testing the blue bottom band, and it's also testing this green major support zone. So is it going to bounce off this level and start a big run? The level for that would be around 1470, which is almost, maybe it will even test it at the open. Maybe it will ignore the red bottom band entirely. That's also possible. And of course the blue, the green, the red, they're all suggesting a triple support here. But if we need to see a bounce and break out of the blue small downtrend to say, okay, the bottom is in, we're going to get to that red top band next. At the moment, there is nothing suggesting that. So Monday is very important. TLT is back at the lows of 2004, 2006, extremely oversold, but it's still selling. Oil, this is US oil, is, it's touching this purple internal support. Yeah, maybe if it gets to the purple bottom band, we see a bounce, we can buy that dip. And the target would be around 92.50, 93, even 95. That black top band rail. Of course, there's also this blue resistance, which is at 95. Brent oil is still inside this golden uptrend. It just made a new, right there, you can see here, a new high. It didn't touch that golden top band for the third time, but it may do that if it rallies and then comes down to break that golden bottom band. This here is still a bear flag, and the post of the flag was this. So it looks like a bear flag still, unless of course it breaks that golden top band and rallies forward further all the way to that black resistance around $98. Natgas looks very weak. The blue support didn't hold. It held very short time and then it came down. It may be forming this purple wedge now. So you can see 3 touches on the top, 2 touches here. It could come down and then break out of the wedge, at least to fill this gap. Gaps are unimportant really, because sometimes they don't really get filled for a year or so. So natural gas would look extremely bearish, obviously, if it can break that golden bottom band eventually. So we will see. And this, of course, this green and golden, that was a double resistance. Anything to break the green would look very, very bullish. But so far, it is very, very bearish. Gold had broken out of the red bull flag, of course, with the leaving the gap after the Middle East action, and the red top band was broken, and it's now testing this golden resistance. It tried to break the wedge to the upside, But if it does drop and breaks the wedge to the downside, then I think there is a chance for at least a gap. Oh, sorry, not gap fill, but a back test at 1940. And then we will see if it can break back, which is unlikely at the moment. It's extremely strong. It's unlikely to fill the gap anytime soon. Silver has reversed. You can see here at that green top band. This is 4 touches, 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, perfect touches. It back tested the red broken bull flag right there and bounced a little bit. So is it going to come down to the green bottom band and break it to the downside? That is the main question. So far there is nothing suggesting that. And of course it's inside this blue, very imperfect because of these overshoots, very imperfect bull flag. Okay, platinum is still looking bearish to me because of the purple overhead resistance and the bear flag and the back tested green bear flag, that broken bear flag, the red bear flag, and the overhead purple resistance rail. So platinum hasn't really made a move. Copper is still very weak. If it does break the purple top band, it could get to that 364, 65, and then from there I'm expecting more downside. Copper is not looking good since the break of this green support, of course. Euro had broken out of the blue downtrend, and it's still inside this golden potential bear flag. But if it could get to that golden top band, come down and break it to the downside. So we'll see whether this blue channel's breakout is going to be sustainable, or Euro can come back down and break it to the downside. We'll see. Pound sterling is inside this purple spin-off channel. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 touches on both sides. This is the third one that came very close. Since 123.30, that gap, that back test on the red and the green, it's looking still very bearish. The broken blue support rail has been back tested, and there is this black overhead resistance. I don't count it as a resistance just yet. So either way, if it does reverse at the purple top band, I think it may come down and even break that purple bottom band. US dollar, Japanese yen is trying to break that golden resistance. It tried it right at the open today. There is also this blue support rail that is pushing things further up. Last on the forex is the golden bottom band. We may get a back test. We may get a test on that golden bottom band, which is going to be around 105.80. And if it does test and rallies, then yeah, 180, 108, 109, 10, all the way to 110 actually. That may be the target. Okay, coffee is at the potential double resistance here. That blue top band, the red top band. So the red top band together with the blue, they weren't really tested, but they may happen. It may happen very, very soon. You can see that red top band, red bottom band. This is looking toppy, but we first have to see it break that red uptrend to the downside for a short entry. Wheat had broken out of the black, but it's now reversed and it's come back down for a back test. If this holds, we see more upside. Soybeans has now broken that purple wedge. You can see here 1, 2, 3. Now the wedge is broken. I was thinking maybe 1350 and then come down, or 1320, 25. That golden top band, that would have been a beautiful short for my money to target at least 100 points drop. Yeah, at least 80, 90 points drop. Corn had broken the black sideways channel, and it broke that golden top band, which I was very hopeful about, but now it's broken back in. So I don't know whether it can come down really big. This is the December contract, and actually it has warned me. I actually didn't look at the December contract until today, And actually that green top band was the obvious resistance that was tested. So is it going to come down further to break this blue support as well, which may happen? And then the green bottom band, that would turn things very ugly for the December contract, and of course for the corn continues. So we'll see how this unfolds. But at the moment, this reversal is not good, because I was hoping that this golden top band's break will be back tested and it's going to rally. So far, that's not what's happened. So cocoa is still inside this green uptrend. You can see it's almost gonna make a new all-time new high, a multi-decade high. Sugar is reversing in my opinion, and you can see here that red resistance couldn't be taken out. It is 2770. Now 3 days red, maybe bounce, and then after that I think it's going to come down. This is March contract. It filled the gap up 27.35, came down, broken the purple bear flag and our purple small uptrend, almost back tested it. It didn't fill the gap. This is a little bit sad. A gap fill, back test of the purple, and then come down would have been very good. It is now testing that golden broken resistance right there. If it can break it, then the green bottom band would be next to break. So green bottom band and then break to the downside. I reckon sugar is still looking ugly, and it hasn't really moved beyond 2770. All right, now Bitcoin made a big move and it's now pushing against this red top band. Ethereum is the same. It still is inside this green bull flag and it's trying to push all the way to that green top band and hopefully break it. So I think this bull flag is here to stay and we are going to see more upside. Look, Dogecoin had already broken that green resistance and it's ready for a big push. And I think something is happening with the coins and they're all turning quite bullish right now. And if we look at Litecoin, maybe we see a touch on the 55 level and rally, or maybe we don't. But yeah, even like the Ripple, you can see backtest on the golden, the green, and it's basically turning north. Zcash slightly up, it's not really big up, and the obvious target is that green plus red, which is at 33.34. Last is a LinkedIn, excuse me, chain link. That green sideways channel is now broken. I tweeted this with, this is a very, very convincing breakout. And I reckon this is the start of something really big. The very last chance for bears is this red top band. So we will have to be prudent. The ideal scenario is that it either doesn't care about that red top band, or if it gets there, pulls back to the green and then breaks that red, which would be even more bullish. Okay, guys, hope it helps. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday.